All right. Good afternoon, everybody. We are back. We are back. Apologize for that little interruption there, but we figured out what was wrong. It was that somebody doesn't want us to say what we're about to say. I was on this amazing live stream. Let me go ahead and start this recording. All right. This is Mike Dalco, the CEO, continuously empowering others. And I have the awesome privilege of sharing this live stream on Facebook with you, but also we're recording this for YouTube. So you guys that are watching my YouTube, if you see me look off to my left and read, it's because some amazing person on Facebook Live is collaborating with us and we want to share that with you all. But I had the pleasure of listening to an amazing live stream with Mr. Dwayne Taylor just a moment ago. And so as soon as it was over, I called him up. I was like, man, you got to do that again live on my page. And I've got to record that for YouTube because he brought this topic up entitled Freedom is Our Chance. And I want to add one thing to it, but I'm just going to cut him loose. And Mr. Taylor, if you would, man, you can get back into that place of passion that you were in. Because here's the thing. We don't beg people to do what we do. You sitting there in the middle of the day on your beautiful deck with your dog trying to get in on a live stream. I'm sitting here at home in my home office and we're free because we found the way to freedom. So I want you to share with the listening audience, who's ever brave enough to hear this conversation today. And then I'm going to throw one thing, and when I feel the inspiration, I'll jump in with this one thought that I had on your topic. So go ahead and jump into it, Mr. Taylor.
Man, it really was birthed today just from the power call and just hearing the passion in your voice talking to the leaders on the panel, Mr. Berger and Mr. Taylor. And I've always known my position and where I've been in Karatbars, and I've seen this thing a certain way. But when he said that today, it just hit me in the way. I was like, you know what? You're right. Karatbars is the greatest wealth building money system on the planet. What Mr. Harold Seitz has done is what the Federal Reserve did, but they did it the wrong way. Instead of it being a blessing, they did it as a curse. And look, I told you, I can't separate who I am. When I speak wealth, I speak wisdom, I speak knowledge. It all comes out at the same time. And I need your audience to understand that about me. But they created a system to siphon everything from you, from a place of greed. And then here you come into this thing called Karatbars and you learn a true you take the courage to look behind the veil to see how this money system really works. And when you see it for what it is, you get pissed because you see it's designed to siphon the life out of people.
All right. So I'm trying to wait. But see, you already burned the house down. All right. The money system that was given to us is a debt-based system. So let's try to help boil that down as layman terminology as we can, Dwayne, so that everybody gets it. Because as a networker, guys, I'm just gonna tell you the truth. As a networker, I'm seldom, if ever, thirsty for people to join because that's not what we do. We want people who want to join, but there's something so powerfully spiritual about Karatbars until you almost have to put away your networking skill set where you only want people that want to join, and then you kind of want people to not miss it. Guys, I'm telling you right now, this is so extraordinary. My posture is look, go ahead and listen to it. My posture is always, I was talking to a friend that I've known for 35 years yesterday, and I was telling her, I wanted to join, but I'm not emotionally attached to the outcome necessarily. But Karatbars is so fire until rather than me not want caring whether she joins or not, it's really I don't want her or anyone she knows to miss this because the system that we were handed is such a scam.
It's a
Look,
scam.
this is a nice stack of cash. Look, and I'm not flossing. I'm really not. When today is payday in Karatbars, so when I get paid, I take 10% and put it in my pocket for my wife and I to have fun with. It really is pretty. It's fun to have a stack of cash. The reason why it's so fun is because we were brainwashed. This stuff is only a medium of exchange. It will not save. So what they did is they handed us the system where we get excited about earning this, but you're losing wealth while you're holding it. I mean, it looks great. That's why I don't hold this for my savings. So back to you, Mr. Taylor. When you said you can't just so quickly say the Federal Reserve System, just make it easy. They gave us a monetary system that pays the wealthy interest.
Yes.
Okay, called inflation.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So think about it like this. Okay. Twix bars. Okay. You got a left Twix and a right Twix. They got commercials about it. You have to realize that left Twix, that mindset it was designed to build a system to take and siphon from you. It's a system. We got to understand. Help me with simplicity and understanding. We got to understand systems. If you can understand the power of a system, you can see how this thing works. You got to be open-minded enough to look how the system works. You got to stand back. You got to just be willing to stand back and look at it for what it is and just receive what is being told to you open. And when you do that, you will be open to a world that you see as fake. It's manipulative. It's designed to take everything from you. If I could just get you to step back and take a honest, like don't base it off of what others have said, but you take an honest look. And I promise you, the veil will be, you'll see.
All right.
You will see.
So you hit it. You hit it. An honest look. Take an honest look. Look, not an honest look at what we're saying. Take an honest look, a true assessment.
Yes.
You know, Socrates said the unexamined life is not worth living. Take an honest look at your outcome. All right. So watch this now. I'm working in the mortgage industry 15 years, working hard. All of y'all that are watching the stream, as many people as will ever watch this, and I pray the Holy Spirit will let this get to millions of people so you can get free, because words are spirit and they are life. And I just declare that these words penetrate somebody's hearts so they can get free once and for all, because it's really not Karatbars that's making you free. Karatbars illuminates a system. God, dog. Karatbars, he ran off. He's gone. Come back. Come back, Dwayne. Karatbars puts a spotlight on the wealth system. And it puts a spotlight on the debt system, and it becomes real clear to see it. That almost brought tears to my eyes. It came out of my own mouth. So here it is. Examine your own life. If you were like me, I'm working. And then I even hit a flow before the economic collapse of 2008 where I made a lot of money and I still didn't have any. And I'm like, I know something is wrong. Why did I see Karatbars and my neighbor didn't? Something happened in my brain that said, wait a minute, something is wrong. I'm making money and I don't have any. What is wrong? This right here, look, I'm gonna count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then some 20s and 10s. All right, roughly $1,000. I was working and I didn't have this in the bank.
Mm.
Do y'all hear me? I was working every single day, 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours a day, and I didn't have $1,000 in the bank.
And we working overtime in 2 and 3 jobs to get $1,000 in our pocket. And we telling you to keep your
See, and I couldn't save $1,000. Now, again, what Mr. Taylor said, just truth. Tell yourself the truth. Like, I have a calculator right here. Don't tell us in the chat room. Ask yourself this question. Ask yourself, how long have I been working and how much money do I have saved up? How much cash? Let's say you've got $100,000 cash and you've been working for 20 years. Do you know what you just admitted? You just admitted that if $100,000 divided by 20, divided by 12, which is 12 months in a year, you just admitted you couldn't save but $400 a month. You working 80 hours a week, 52 weeks a year, and you could not save $400 a month. To have only $100,000 after 20 years? The system is designed to fail. Go ahead, Mr. Taylor. Go back. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, Mr. Delco, I honestly, I don't even have words. It's like, you said it. Ask yourself this question. I was asked this question today, and I believe this stream is for people who are looking for change in their life.
Sure.
Look, you're at a crossroads in your life right now, and you asked a father a question. You said, Lord, show me the way. And somebody introduced you to Karatbars. I'm telling you, that is the way. It's about wealth. It's about family. It's about protection. It's about covenant. It's about growth. It's about everything your heart is desiring, and it's for free.
So look, the reason why we don't want people to miss this, here it is. Watch this now. First of all, as Mr. Taylor says, better than anybody I've ever met, system. And you got to say it like that. You can't say system. You got to say it's a system. You got to drag it out because systems are designed to succeed. Everything that's successful is a system. Your circulatory, or Dwayne's a physical trainer. So help me with these, Dwayne. Circulatory system. That's the blood running through the body is a system.
Yep.
The excretory system is how your body eliminates waste. Skeletal system is the system that keeps your body standing up straight. Muscular system is your motion and your movement, right? Nervous system is how you feel and navigate this realm. It's cold, it's hot, that hurt, that's hot, that's uncomfortable. These things keep you healthy. These systems keep you operating and healthy. Give me some. Are there more, Dwayne? Like 7.
Yeah, there's like the endocrine system, the lymph system. There's 12 of them.
12 systems.
There's 12 systems, and look, they all come together. Yes, and they all come together to make one unit.
And then you got the solar system. I mean, these planets not colliding. They operating in synchronicity. Everything is a system. And so then a system can also work negatively. So we have our monetary system. And this is what we've been trained to do. This is so simple, but it's so good. We've been trained to wake up, go work for, go to school. To the what? School system. And go to college, to the university system. To get a degree, to go work in the corporate America, system, to get paid in the monetary system, and then take part in the inflationary system. It
Tax.
all goes hand in hand. So we work hard. We trade our time. Watch this now. You trade your time, which you're having less of. Dwayne Taylor made a statement on another stream. He said your life is like a ruler, 12 inches on the ruler. And 6 is, let's say that's age 60. And most people live to age 80 or 90. Very few get to 120. Where are you on that ruler? Guys, I'm way down that ruler. I have less time left than I had past. So the system that I was taught that doesn't work, I'm trading that time that you can't ever get back for something that can't hold value. How you gonna win?
You can't. You can't. You can't. Listen, you can't win.
You can't
It's
win.
rigged. It's a rigged system. It's rigged for you to lose.
I'm trying to say it enough ways where nobody can miss this. You're trading your time that you're losing, you can't get back, and you're gonna have less and less. You have less time today than you had yesterday. That's common sense because we're humans. We all have this disease called aging, right? We're gonna leave at some point, and so every day you're closer to leaving than you are to staying. So we're trading time that we can't get back, that we're having less and less of, for a monetary system that loses value. You got a double loss. It's a double loss. It's perfect. It is no joke. It is no way that you're supposed to get rich on this system. You're losing time and losing wealth. You're losing time and losing wealth at the same time. You're losing time and losing wealth at the same time because this is eaten up by taxation and inflation. You have no hedge against taxation because the system of the corporate America system doesn't give you tax deductions. Guys, let me throw a secret. I'm going to say it soft so nobody won't tell nobody. If you go to the government website, they'll tell you all this stuff I'm telling you right now, that the employee is the highest tax bracket. You're getting taxed the highest with no deduction. When you learn how to have simply a home business, you almost look at the deductions and say, they let me deduct that? I mean, it seems so, I don't want to use the word. I'm just going to be nice. It seems strange that you could deduct your lunch with your spouse.
Yeah.
But your lunch with your spouse, who's also in the business, is a business lunch because y'all discussing your strategy for your business.
Yep.
But if you don't have a home-based business, you just spending money. When me and my wife go, we eat good. We eat better because it's a bigger deduction. And it seems so unfair to the working guy.
It does.
Trading your time for cash that's losing value and being taxed and inflated away, and then you die. But in the process of that scenario, you're teaching your kids to do the same. So you get generational poverty. All we're saying is there a better way? Yes, there is. And this is what I was going to add to your stream, Dwayne. I'm going to kick it right back to you. We get paid to accumulate an asset. God, look, we get paid. We are accumulating. Okay, so where this dollar is going down, you want to stop that downward trajectory, turn it into gold, it starts going up. Now you're not trading time for dollars, so you actually stop time. You slow it dramatically because now you've referred others and you're collapsing time. Where I worked an hour, if I refer 5 others, I get 5 hours of productivity out of one hour. So I'm actually slowing time and increasing wealth because I stopped inflation. I stopped time and I stopped inflation, so you get paid even when you're not working. Now go ahead, Mr. Taylor. Our cry is freedom.
Like, Mr. Delco, I don't even know how to respond after that. I mean, like, really, like, Karatbars is just a better system. Mr. Delco just told you about their system. Here's Karatbars. You come into Karatbars for free. You come into Karatbars for free. You get a $1 million software package right off the rip. Listen, I want you to understand I want everybody to hear what they have the minute they sign up for free. You have just become the CEO of an 8-year, we're going on 8 years this year, correct, Mr. Delco?
That is correct. 8 years.
8-year, debt-free, private company, office in Stuttgart, Dubai, Singapore, bank in Singapore, vault in Singapore, the first cryptocurrency bank licensed bank in Miami, 127 countries. MasterCard is our partner. FedEx is our partner. Vatican is our licensing partner. We have over 500,000 people in our system. FedEx delivers the gold to the door. We have a true money system where when me and Mr. Delco can now do business in a real asset for our family. When me and Mr. Delco do business in Karatbars Gold, Cash Gold, Karat Pay Gold, or KBC Gold, we both win every time there's a transaction between he and I, because instead of having a transaction in nothing, we have a transaction value for value. We're passing on real value to each other's families, even in the fees. And then from a free position, you can tell people in 127 countries about this freedom chant, this chant called freedom through Karatbars, and you can make money from a free position. If you don't have a job, it's no excuse. You can come in for free, and we can show you how to earn a package for free, and you'll be in business to open the door to everything. But from a free position, you can earn money one time a month from 0.5 to 6% for free. Free. Go ahead, Mr. Delco.
Check this trick out, Dwayne. Check out this trick. We work on a job 8 to 10 hours a day. Now, let me give a disclaimer. I'm going to get ready to go hard on corporate America. That's my disclaimer. I'm going to go hard for a second. We work on a job 8 to 10 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week to stay broke. Now, raise your hand in your heart. Don't raise your hand out loud. Raise your hand in your heart if you know that's true. And the reason why I know it's true is because in this business, we got 4 business packages: bronze, silver, gold, VIP. The bronze is $200, one time out of pocket, to make unlimited income pretty much. And I talk to adults that's got more gray hair than me, and they can't afford a bronze package. They've been working 40 years. There's nothing wrong with you. There's something wrong with the system you're using to try to build wealth. It doesn't work. Point blank. You don't take my word for it. Look at your own bank account, right? So we work that job, and we see somebody shows you Karatbars, and you've got to justify why you can't get involved. You call it skepticism. I got to pray about it. Whatever. Look, the system has trained us to believe in the lie and execute the truth, to just put to death the truth. The truth is you need a system that leverages your time so you can get paid whether you're working or not. Because if you don't, you're literally going to work until you die. People are so frustrated, and they say things like, yeah, well, I don't have the time to do it. Or, it's too hard. People's minds not right. There's 500,000 people in Karatbars. Their minds were right. Get rid of and get that dust out of your brain. Like, so what if you don't make a lot of money in Karatbars right away? So what? You haven't made a lot of money at your job in 20 years. Use the same mindset that stuck you in that trap and let you be okay with a 40-year plan.
Right.
And just use it in Karatbars. Say, well, you know what?
Yes.
I'm going to do this for the next 40 years. This is because what are we doing? I'm going to save gold for the next 40 years. That's the extent of your risk.
And get paid.
Look, let's say you don't get paid. Let's say for some ungodly reason, no one in 40 years ever joins you.
You still got gold.
That could happen?
Nothing. You win because your value went up every time you got gold.
If your grandmother would have saved gold for 40 years and gave it to you in 1971, $100,000 worth of gold in 1971, today it would be worth $4 million. What would your life be like with $4 million in tangible net worth assets? You cannot lose. That's why you see so many people on these streams sharing this thing out on it. Like, why are they sharing it? Because this is fire. It is the exit strategy from the rat race and from the corrupt monetary system. This is it.
Oh, this is it. It's as easy as save gold, tell people, make money. You just, I mean, that really truly, I mean, I know it sounds too good to be true. I know that. But here's what I'm saying. Just take the opportunity. You have absolutely nothing to lose. I would say give it 90 days. Plug in, say, you know what? Okay, I'm going to come check this thing out. Let me go see what it's about. Plug in as much as you can for 90 days. Make a commitment in your mind that you're going to say 90 days, I'm going to give it my all. I'm going to just see. And I promise you, I want to say guarantee.
Well, you can say guarantee, Dwayne, because the crux of our business model starts with you. So let me ask you this, Dwayne. Who can determine how much gold you save?
You, the person.
What percentage of that decision do you have from 0 to 100%? What percentage do you have?
That's up to you, whatever you choose.
You have 100% control of that decision?
100%.
So it's
100%.
I mean, you don't have to ask anybody how much gold you want to save.
Nope.
Okay. So nobody can stop you from accumulating your physical asset.
None. Nobody.
Okay.
Anytime I want to go on my phone, my computer, anytime I get a thing in my brain to say get some gold, I go gold in my account.
Okay. How much control do you have over how much of our personal cryptocurrency, the Karatbars cryptocurrency that you acquire and amass?
100%.
Okay. How much control do you have over how many people you put on your list and contact about the opportunity?
I do.
So you got all the control.
All the control.
If you had a job, which praise God you don't, but if you had a job, how much control do you have over how long they're going to let you work there?
None.
How much control do you have over how much they're going to give you a raise this year?
None.
How much control do you have over how much inflation is going to seep your wealth this year?
None.
All right. How much control do you have over how much money you're going to make when you clock out?
None.
None. Corporate America gives you no controls. Karatbars gives you all the controls.
It's just Mr. Deco. We just gotta. Mr. Best said it best. Treat it like a 4-year college. Just treat it like a 4-year college. If you would just you talked about it the other day. Honor. If you could just willingly bow your knee as a student and just look, in the business world, this is what trips me out. In the business world, they would gladly honor somebody who had 35 years experience.
Right.
Period. If they brought a business person on stage with 35 years experience, they would honor that dude. Mr. Best has 35 years of experience in this profession. If in the business world you can bow the knee to somebody who had 35 years experience, in your professional world, which I know you do, because that's how you got to operate in that world, you can bow the same knee to another man who has 35 years in another business profession. You bowing the knee either way. So bow to this knee, learn in 4 years' time and be retired and keep bowing the knee and get pissed on for the rest of your life. Why you bowing the knee? Excuse me. I ain't mean to say that.
Man, I was so inspired, Mr. Taylor, by your stream. Our chant is freedom, and it really is. I want people to believe, like the pre-call said this morning, believe in your amazingness. Believe that you're amazing. Look, I say this, and Mr. Best started saying it. You can stay home and be broke, right? You don't have to go give somebody 8 hours of your divinity to be broke. You can stay at home. You can figure out how to pay those bills. Hey, how many of you have gotten to the bottom of the barrel, but you didn't fall out, right? You're going to be all right. I'm not saying quit your job. I'm just saying have some faith in yourself. I'm working with a guy right now. He's on this stream. I will not call his name, but it's just true. He was getting a little discouraged because he felt like he was working his business, Karatbars business hard and not making any money. I said, yeah, go work it harder. And then work it harder, and then work it harder, because it's a stone cold fact that you can't, it's a number system. You keep working, you could talk to 300 people and nobody join, and the next 50 join and make you a millionaire. It's a numbers game. You look in a barrel of apples and you keep going in there, you're going to get some good apples. It's just numbers. Don't ever get discouraged. You've worked 20 years. And you will never get those years back. They didn't get you where you're trying to go. So if you've got the patience to work in a bad system 20 years, trust us, get in a good system. Yeah. Look, we're not begging you to join Karatbars. What we're doing is we're begging you to hear our hearts. That it's just, we don't want you to miss it. Even if you don't understand it. Even if you don't. Because I'm still learning the business, but I'm cashing that check every week. You don't have to understand it. I don't understand how the combustible engine works when I start my car. But I put my foot on the gas and drive that bad boy.
The only thing I have to understand is one word: freedom. That's it. That's all I need to understand. Look, listen, everybody. I'm not a dumb dude. I might not be the smartest guy in the classroom, but I'm not stupid. I see people applying the system, living a debt-free life. They following the system. You hear the chant, don't quit. Just don't quit. Just keep going. 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 That's the chant. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. That's all you're going to hear in this business model. Keep going. Just don't quit. Just don't quit. Keep going. Keep going. That's all you're going to hear. Keep going. I know it's hard. I know it's rough. Keep going. Just don't quit. Just don't stop. Just don't stop. Keep going. Keep going. And then one day it's just gonna pop, but you just don't know when. You just don't know when. You just don't. Mr. Delco did not know he was about to step into his Joshua shoe.
Nope, I did not.
He did not. He just walked into it. He paid the price because he saw freedom. And when you really see freedom, it does something to you. You will not stop. You will not stop believing and manifesting freedom in your life. Never.
Here's some logic. And Mr. Ronald Smith, Mr. Smith, I gave somebody your number. They called you. We left you a message there in Houston. They want information on the world tour. Here's some logic I gave a friend of mine. They were like, well, I'm working my job, and I just don't know if I have that extra time to put something else. I'd say, okay. I said, you don't have the extra time to put into something new. Well, let me ask you a question. And then she was like, yeah, what is it? I said, would you like a way to make some money from home? She said, yeah, of course. I said, okay, would you be willing to watch this video if I send it to you? Yeah. I said, how long did it take me to ask you those two questions? She said, what do you mean? I said, how long did it take me to ask you, are you looking for a way to make money at home? And would you watch a video? She said, it took 10 seconds. I said, I just did the business. See, guys, our brains are so trapped and tricked. Look, 10 years. Today is 2018. 2028 is coming, whether you want it to or not. It's 4:04 afternoon. It's going to be 4:10, whether you like it or not. And that's an inevitable. The second inevitability is you're going to talk as long as you're alive. Why not ask those two questions? Do you look for ways to make more money? Yes. Would you watch this video if I sent it to you? Yeah. You just did the business. If I'm going to talk, why am I talking about the Falcons and Donald Trump and the weather and and the Olympics and the groceries and gas prices. Why? If I'm going to talk, why don't I talk about something that is towards my highest payoff task?
Right.
Do you want to make more money? Would you watch this video if I sent it? Great. Now, I follow up. Did you see the video? What did you like about it? Do you see an opportunity for yourself? No. I was going to talk to you anyway. I might as well talk about those 3 questions as well, because chances are 1 out of 2 people is going to say yes, yes, and yes. Then I'm going to sign them up. Then they're going to talk to people who are going to talk to people who are going to talk. And now I'm not spending my time talking to their people's people. They are. See, we got this thing so twisted. You don't have time not to do this.
Because they've been trained in that nonsense, thinking that, because they just don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just, I'm trying to be.
No, don't be nice. I didn't get you on my stream to be nice. I don't do nice.
Look, don't be parrots. Listen, all I'm saying is don't be a parrot. Just take the opportunity to look for yourself. And I promise you, if you give it a honest look, you can't say no. You can't. It's impossible. If you don't see it, I almost want to say I don't know what's wrong with you. Because you get paid. You get paid to keep your money. Look, you go to look at all the things you got to do to go make your currency in a day. Get up. Feed the kids. All that. Come back through all that. And then on Karatbars, you just, all you got to do 1 time a month is take $70, put it out your left pocket, exchange it for gold, put it in your right pocket, and sit down and tell people to do the same thing.
See, this was a bad idea. This is a bad idea to get Coach here with me, man.
Come on, when you buy a system, you put a box on the wall, right? You put this money system on the wall, and you're only required your minimum. I don't even want to say minimum. We say 1 gram because just 1 gram. Let's just say $70. Okay, with the cash gold, whatever market price is. 1 time a month. You take anywhere from $45 to $70, and you put it in this money system that takes that cash and turns it into a true, tangible, physical asset that you hold in your hand, which is real physical gold. 1 time a month. And duplicate people to do that same thing, and you can grow an organization to make as little or as much money as you want, helping people build wealth and protect their families in a true asset that we've come to learn by studying money principles. And we know that gold is now real money. It preserves and protects your family from inflation, taxation, devaluation, and financial crisis. Why would you not do that for your family if you say you want to build wealth for your family? Don't let nobody fool you. They just found a ship off of, I forget what island, South Korea or something like that. A ship worth $2 billion worth of gold. How can you tell me gold has no value? They just found a ship of sunken gold from, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of years ago. They're going to take that gold out of the ocean, go give it somewhere, and they're going to give them fiat currency. So why would you not store your wealth in that?
So watch this, Mr. Taylor. Okay. Somebody and I really wanted to keep the stream under 30 minutes, but it's so far off the rails. It just is what it is. If somebody watches this on YouTube, they'll probably be bored because it'll be close to an hour. But here's the question. Ask your logical brain this. Say, who thinks it's a good idea to, a child is born, they get to their most impressionable years, 5, 6 years old, they get jammed into Head Start kindergarten, while their parents leave them when you really need the nurturing the most. Come on, stay with me, y'all. When you need the nurturing the most, you're in a system where you have a precious little baby. You give that baby and that brain and that spirit and that divinity to some strangers.
Oh my God.
To raise your kids from 1 year old to 4 years old, 5 years old, because you got to go to work, because you got to work to feed them babies. So you got to give that little precious child of God, that little precious spirit of God, to a stranger. That little spirit is wide open to receive any knowledge that they see with their divine eyes, because you got to go to work, because you're in this system. And your kids now are raised looking at these strangers, raise them, and you pick them up in the evening, they so happy to see you, only to have that separation issue every day. And you work until they're 5 or 6, then you put them in another system. You take them out of the child care system, put them in into the school system, and not all that is daycare on another level. And they teach them this information that they probably won't need in their life. American history that's screwed up. It's not even true. And social studies and trigonometry. How many of y'all use trigonometry in your day-to-day life? Unless you're a rocket scientist. Nobody uses trig and calculus. Nobody uses, you add, subtract, multiply, and divide. My mother taught me how to do those 4 tasks. I didn't need school for add, multiply, subtract, divide.
Nope.
Read and write. My mama taught me how to write my A and trace those lines on that big double ruled notebook. Mama taught me that. I didn't need school to learn how to write, and mama taught me how to read. Jack and Jill went up. Mama taught me how to read. And your reading skill gets better with reading, not going to school. So they put us in the system. We do 12 years a slave. We do 12 years a slave in the school system. And then only to graduate, to get beat down and told you're not good enough and take tests that are standardized when you're individualized. How you gonna make me and Dwayne take the same test? We got completely different backgrounds. How you gonna grade my IQ and intelligentsia because I can't score as high as Dwayne on a standardized test when we're individuals? Who says that's a good idea? Then we graduate from that system and go into the college system for 4 to 6, maybe 8 more years to get a piece of paper that qualifies you to apply for a job that may or may not pay you enough. And then you're going to enter a labor market that's flooded with other people with the same standardized skill set. All of your individual skills and knowledge and innate abilities is sucked out of you and jammed you into a mold of a standardized test. And now you got to compete with other people in a standard that's not even your divine standard. And then you say, yes, I'll work for you. And you work and work and work and work until you die and leave your heirs bills and debt and stress. And you train them to do exactly what you, who thinks that's a good idea? And
like, hold on, Mr. Delco, like, there is no way I could just sit under what you just said and think that's okay. There's no way. There's no way I could just hear what you just said and think that that's a good decision to keep doing.
Why is that a good idea? And then you teach your children to do it. And it's so, the mental slavery, Mr. Taylor, is so deep till when your kid gets a job at McDonald's, we're like, yes, my baby got a job, my baby working. You celebrating that baby entering into the same enslavement system that you know doesn't work. You know it doesn't work. And then their money struggles, their money's tight, and some of our young men in our community see that it's not working, and they think we got to circumvent that system, and they get into the criminal activity, and then they get put in another system called the private prison system. And then that system trains them that they're less than and beats the divinity out of them. And then when you come out, you have a felony, you can't get back into the system that didn't work in the first place. And you return to the prison system. These things are working. I'm not saying it's a conspiracy. I'm just saying it's systemic. And you've got to break it with a better system. See, it's like having a bad habit. It's hard to break a bad habit with willpower. You got to break a bad habit with a replacement habit. Mm-hmm. You got to break a bad eating habit by getting a good diet habit. You got to break a bad health habit by having some good health. You got to hang around a Dwayne Taylor and go work out with him and start to love it in order to break this bad habit, because you can't break it with willpower. I'm just not going to eat that pie. I'm not going to eat it. I'm not going to eat it. I'm not going to eat it. You're eating it. You need a better habit to break a bad habit. Well, you need a better system to break a bad system. And you love your job, work your job, but work your job and then work your business on the side and watch your business outrun your job, because it's a better system.
It's like the law of lift over gravity. It's like, would you rather stay a caterpillar or a butterfly? Which view would you rather look from? Man, I'd rather fly. I'd rather be able to see, let me go over here. What? Let me check this out over here. And then looking up like, man, what is that? Like, nah, man. Like, why wouldn't you want that for yourself? Why wouldn't you want the best for your life? Why wouldn't you want the best for your family? I mean, I know it's a disease, you know what I'm saying? But we got to break that disease of people feel unworthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't even give a person, I mean, I'm guilty of it. You can't even give a person a compliment without them saying either something back, or they just can't receive compliments. You know what I'm saying? Like, it comes back down to it as well. Like, when we're talking to people, we're talking to you. Like, me and Mr. Delco's hearts are reaching out to your hearts, because we are letting you know there's a better way. It's just a better way. And you just get to this place in your life where you just are ready for change, and it's just time to change. And Karatbars just is that better way, and it's a safe way. That's what I love. It's oh my gosh. Like, Karatbars, I'm telling you, Karatbars is divine. It is the true antidote to this money system. Look, you can make cash flow all sorts of ways in those other systems. I get that. But everybody who is 18 and over should have a money system. It's a complete separate organism. It's not a business. It's a money system.
And what's so beautiful about it, Mr. Taylor, Denise Copeland put in our chat room on Facebook Live, she said, your job will finance your freedom. And see, that's what we love about Karatbars. You take, okay, sure, you got to keep working and pay your bills, but you take, oh my gosh, Dwayne, we got to get off the screen. Look, I'm going to ask you, did Karatbars change your mindset about money?
Yes. Man, that's what I love the most.
That's it. That's the intangible.
That's what I love the most.
Right.
It helped me see the light. Karatbars helped me see the light where other companies look. I love our profession. I love it. I love networking. I love our business model, greatest model, business model on the planet. But I would have never learned this over there. Never, because this trumps. This is like the spades. This is like spades. This is the trump.
Jamal King said on the stream, Jamal, thank you for that, bro. That's why I like to watch the stream. He said the Karatbars ecosystem is disruptive. Oh, it disrupts the program. Oh my God. Yes. Look, I'm going to tell on my son for a minute because I love him. All right. So I gave him $200. Today is Friday. I gave him $200 Monday just because I love him. All right. I gave my kids allowance of $200 Monday. So I gave him his $200. And Wednesday, he was broke. Now, he didn't have any more money. Now, watch this though. Now, I put some cash in my pocket. And when I got paid today, I stacked some more on it. I still had money from last week from my pocket, my play money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Follow me closely. The money I put in my pocket for play money, well, I took that stack out and added some more to it from this week's play money. Now I got 2 weeks worth of play money because my mind changed. His mind has not been renewed. He's still spending. I'm not in the spending mindset. Because of Karatbars, my first thought is pay myself first. My second thought is keep my money. I'm not trying to spend.
And see, we understand through this knowledge that you don't work to buy your stuff. You build an asset to pay for the things you want. So people can't get mad at a person who took the time to build an asset to pay for a phantom, to pay for a yacht, to pay for a car, to pay for a house. You can't get mad at that. You can't get mad at the fact that if this person built an asset to pay for the things he wanted, what? Because they understand you build the asset to pay for your things. You don't work your life for things. No, you work to build the asset to pay for the things.
Bro, Denise Copeland said, I could not afford the education I get from Karatbars. What you just said is more financial education than we ever get in school. Look, in 2006 or 7, I bought a $750,000 house. I could pull it up on Facebook and show you my family. We all in this big mansion. But the problem was I had the cash flow to afford the mortgage, but I didn't have the wealth to afford the house. Right? So I had not built an asset that could pay for the house. I was paying for the house with my labor. You can't pay for wealthy items with your labor. You got to have an asset that pays for the items. A person that has a $150,000 house and is paying a mortgage is more over leveraged than a person who has a $100 million house and has an asset paying for the house. God, I had one of my business partners. They said, "Oh, this gonna be heavy. This gonna be heavy, Dwayne. We might be nighttime. You might have to go inside before we finish." Look, my business partner said, "Mike, people need to believe." Said your ammunition need to start balling a little bit. Like y'all need to get that Mercedes and stuff so people can believe. Like they can, like they don't believe you really make your money. Here's the thing. I cannot tell you how many people say when you start making money, Mike, we'll join. And they're still not in, right? Before, I could have bought a car and paid the note with cash flow, right? But because I did what you just said, I built an asset that could pay for the car. Now I could just go buy the car. I could just pay for the car cash. I could buy a $550 right now cash. Why don't I though? Because the car is depreciating. My mind can't wrap around taking cash and buying a depreciating asset just to make people believe in something that's so simple. Save gold, refer others, get paid. Why do I got to make you believe?
Like, why I got to drive an S550 to make you believe in something that's free?
Man, I'm about to get off your stream.
Like, why I got to drive an S550 to get you to believe in something that's free? It's free. Whatever. Man, hey I love Karatbars, man. Hey, if you're watching this stream, all I can say is whoever's sharing this video with you, please get back with them. It really is a phenomenal company. It's so big and so grand that you need to come in and see. You can't. The video really doesn't even. Like it doesn't even give it justice of what this thing truly is. And just please look beyond the video. Just look inside your heart and ask that question: am I ready to change my life? And if you can honestly answer, if you can honestly say yes to that question, then trust the person that presented you Karatbars. Plug into the Wealth Builders system. Get comfortable. We ain't pressuring you to do nothing. We ain't pressuring you to do nothing. Just get involved. Stay plugged in. And when you're ready to make that jump, you make that jump. And there will be people there to help you go through this process and learn how to become a professional network marketer, because that's what you're entering into. You're entering into a new profession, and it's called network marketing, and it's beautiful. You can ask anybody who paid the price. They will tell you it's the most beautifulest thing they have ever done.
I agree with that. And those are excellent last words. I want to add my last words is whatever you've encountered in your life, good, bad, or ugly, all mistakes you've made, a networking business gives you the Karatbars networking business gives you the ability to fix it. To fix it with the most simple strategy that you could ever imagine. Start saving gold to build your wealth and your legacy. The thing about gold is once you put it in your hand, you don't want to get rid of it. You never want to get rid of that gold once it's in your hand. It is called precious metal for a reason. It does something to your mind. You know, the Egyptian kings were draped in gold while they were alive. They were covered in gold when they died. Gold is the money of kings. It attracts wealth. You know, everything in earth has an energy to it. It can be measured. It's tangible. The energy in gold is different than the energy in wood. It is literally tangible. It can be measured. And gold is a wealth energy. Wood is a stability energy. We are energy. And I always keep some gold in my wallet, at least a gram, because it attracts. People keep gold on their neck. Diamonds are energy. Diamonds are wealth energy. It's a ruling energy. So you hold on to gold to store your wealth. You refer people to share with others, to share with others. We help people, help people, help people. So get back with one of these amazing people on this live stream. If you're watching this on YouTube, whoever shared it with you, go back to them because that's energy too. Trying to overlook them to get to me or Dwayne, that's not good energy, and it reciprocates. Get back with the person that shared this information with you. We didn't talk a lot about how to do what we do, but we talked about exactly what we do. Save gold, tell people, make money. So get back with that person and say, I'm in. I don't understand everything they were blabbing about when Dwayne running in and out of the camera shot. I don't understand all that stuff, but I do understand one thing. I'm hurting. I understand one thing. I'm not making enough money. I understand one thing. Prices are going up and my check is stagnant and my wealth is being depleted and my kids are looking at me like, Mom and Daddy, what are we going to do? And I think that this stream might unlock a key to my life, and I want to find out about it and get back with all these people on this stream and let them put you on. All right. And so this is Mike Dalco, the CEO, signing off. Mr. Taylor, anything from you before we totally close?
Man, I just heard something real quick. He said, my children are afraid to rule. When you said that gold is a ruling energy and diamonds are ruling energy, don't be afraid to rule. Is it?
Y'all have a great day. Thank you, Mr. Taylor.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Delco.